Hello everyone, my name is Justin Adams and I'm a senior at Southern Utah University, majoring in biology with a minor in chemistry. I am from Murray, Utah, which is up near Salt Lake City. Something interesting about me, I just got married not just, about 11 months ago. I was married on May 6th of 2017. As you can see, I'm an avid sports fan, especially Utah Jazz fan. So there's just a little bit about me. Today I am here to present about my EDGE project, which is a unique opportunity that SU gives to their students to help them achieve a personal or a professional goal. My EDGE project consisted of volunteering at the Cedar City Hospital, and unfortunately, because of healthcare privacy and patient privacy, I am unable to take pictures. So I figured this would be a creative way to share my experience as a volunteer there and hopefully encourage any of you who are hoping to volunteer in any place that you guys can do it and that it is gratifying. So I will tell you about my experience, and then I have 2 questions written down which I'm going to answer. So as a volunteer at Cedar City Hospital, every Monday I went from 4 p.m. till 8 p.m. And what I did is I just clocked in, and when I entered, I got a printout of all the patients that were on the floor that day. And that kind of aided me in getting to know the patients. A lot of times the patients don't need a whole lot. They don't need the volunteers to provide them the care, but they do enjoy the company. One such experience that I'd like to share is when there was she was in her mid-80s, an elderly woman that had fallen, and the doctors determined that she had a fracture in the left hip. And the nurse asked me if I would be willing to go and visit with her while she waited for the surgery to be performed. And so I went into the room and I was able to get to know her, and she asked if she could go hold my hand, and she was squeezing it. And when the nurse anesthetist arrived, she mentioned how much it had helped to have a volunteer there, someone to squeeze the hand, and also that eased her nerves for surgery. So that was a rewarding experience, even though I didn't necessarily get to know her that well. Just knowing that I was able to be there for her and help her out was gratifying. She didn't have any family that was around. They were coming in from Colorado. And so in that moment I was able to experience the gratifying rewards that come with being a volunteer. Other things that I did is I helped clear rooms for patients that had been discharged. I was able to also prepare rooms for patients that were coming in. I helped the patient care technician set up the room for a pediatric patient, which was kind of fun. We put into what are they called? The crib. We helped set the crib up, and they also brought an Xbox, so that was neat. Another thing that was really rewarding in my experience as volunteers, I got to observe the interaction between the healthcare professionals, such as the doctors, the nurses, the patient care technicians, the social workers. As I mentioned before, I'm hoping to be a PA, so to see that interaction really helped me. Another thing that I benefited from was I actually got to know a PA there, and through that interaction I was able to shadow him on a different day when I wasn't volunteering, which is extremely helpful for a PA application. So my question right here that I have is, what is the greatest benefit that you received while volunteering? And the greatest reward that I felt was the gratifying feelings that come as you serve others. A lot of times the volunteers, especially myself, I can be timid, and it's kind of scary to kind of throw yourself into something that you're not familiar with. But I remember a few times I went into patients' rooms and I'd introduce myself and I'd say, I'm just a volunteer. And they would always make sure to say, you're not just a volunteer, you are a volunteer. And that really made me feel like I was contributing to something, that I was making use of my time. My second question here is a question that actually got asked to me by a really good friend. He said, so why would you recommend volunteering at the hospital? In general, I would recommend volunteering to anybody. I think it is a great way to get to know other people, to serve them in your community. But most of all, the feelings that come along with service are gratification. There's no better feeling than, excuse me, when you can help someone out with whether it be with the healthcare team that they need some assistance, or if it's just with visiting with a patient, they need company, and it's really a great use of your time. We oftentimes spend so much time on our cell phones, on our computers, and a lot of times it's for useless things. So I think volunteering is a great way to make great use of your time. I'm excited to put this onto future applications, and I think it has been very worthwhile, and I'm grateful that SGU has this EDGE project, as I mentioned earlier, to help students kind of get a foot in the door and also to help them on their future endeavors. So thanks for watching, and I hope that everyone can develop a project, whether it's volunteering at the hospital or volunteering in the community. And hope you guys all have a great day.